Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Twin Light Storyteller. I pray you're all doing really well. Welcome to the new subscribers, and to everyone that subscribes to my channel, thank you very much. And to everyone that views these stories, that takes a message with it, I wish you well and send you lots and lots of love. So I'm going to do a general reading, tapping into the Twin Flame Collective. We'll see what comes through. No specific aim. So loving God, be present with us for the story that's going to unfold. A call on the Christ-like light energy. Mary Magdalene and Mother Mary, be present for this nativity season that is occurring at this current time in the 3D world on the planet. Archangels and Ascended Masters. Can I please have 3 oracle cards to bring in a theme for the story? Spread. Same this one. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so let's see what the first one is. Celebration. Nice. Celebrating energies in the collective currently. It's good. Ancestors and nature. Wow, it's like going into that return to innocence, eh? Into a much more natural form, tapping into the ancestral history of your DNA. Yeah, the DNA, the templates of your... It can be bloodline, it can also be soul family too. So in the collective, the celebration of the connectivity, the coming together, the unions that are forming, the relationships that are building, and the connections and synergy that is unfolding and being presented. And it is a real celebrational energy. And to be able to go into the presence of a line, I'm getting a line in through the ancestry, connecting to a understanding and awareness of identity, and that identity has foundations on a certain place on the land, on earth. So it could be tapping into cultural heritages, finding out more about branches from family that goes to your immediate ancestors of your bloodline. And with it, it is connecting back to the earth, to the place where your ancestors are documented from through bloodline, okay? You can also look at it as in the energies of past life with our connection and being connected to nature with the symbolism of nature. But it is definitely a beautiful uprising, new life type energy that's worth celebrating for sure. Okay, so let's get some cards from the tarot to go along. I'm going to try and do a spread, Spirit, please. So can we have 9 cards? I'm going to cut the deck. Oh, you want to flip out, and so do you too. Okay, so we know that centerpiece is the Page of Swords. I'll try and get these so that they're set out so that you can see them on the angle. So they've got your front view rather than my immediate front view. There. 2 more, please, Spirit. 1 and 2 more. Oh, I can feel a really cool energy coming through. Right. Let's begin this connection. At this place of this tower moment, card number 16. And a cycle, because if we break it down, we get 7. And the law of the universe and matter and time sequences is a 7-year cycle. And I'm feeling the sense of 7-year cycle with the nature in natural form and the ancestors, because it's representing time. So if we look at the tower more closely, you can see that the king and queen are falling from the tower. Okay, so there's been the lightning bolt from heaven, from above, that has come and shaken things up. It's like a being pushed off the purge, awakening, shaking moment. The crown has toppled, and see, I look at that as the king's crown, because the queen's crown, the feminine, has still got hers on, and she's like falling into her fate, into senses of reality and destiny. And we can look at the 10 stems from the Kabbalah, the tree of life, and which branch that is being opened up. I'm getting an opening. What is being shown that has not been shown before? What has been in the dark that's been like all of a sudden struck into a new knowledge. There could even be some sort of family secret that might have all of a sudden been revealed or found out. It doesn't need to be a seedy family secret. It could even just be that you may have found out that you're related to certain people in your neighbourhood or something, Do you know what I'm saying? So let's carry on and see. Let's see. The 6 of Swords, element being the air. Well, we can see that the mind has certainly been shaken up with some information that's come through, and moving away from harmful, unrewarding type situations that are no good for your mental well-being. The air, is the things that are inside your mind and your way of communicating, your outlook and your perception as well. So the passages of the brain, we can also look at the passages of the brain being like the tree of life, with the stem right down from the, going down from the mengine parts and into the stem through the spinal cord, the cerebellum there, going into the frontal lobes. Some information that is pushing you along to a better stage and place mentally. That's what I'm getting. It's like discovering your identity, and it's helped free up some loose ends or some confusion, and sorting out a family situation perhaps. And it could even be like either healing, releasing, or cutting away from stuff in the family that was quite traumatic. There was maybe this trauma, and something has either been recognised or revealed or healed. Let's see. I feel like there's more of a healing because there's a celebration. The Knight of Wands. Why have you come along, Knight of Wands? Element is fire. The land is dry. It's quite desert, quite dry land. I'm just looking at the templates of going into, we could look at the peaks of these hilltops that look actually as if they want to be pyramids, and having the thought of like the Sahara Desert or something, or going into the Arabic nativity time, going into the biblical days, and then rewinding back from our knowledge through history, from the scrolls. I'm getting an information of scrolls that the Knight of Wands is traveling in a enthusiastic and passionate approach about feeling a sense of worth and self. I get this real strong travel momentum, because the horse is racing. It's like, woo! It's going. And there is growth. Okay, so things haven't totally been burnt out. So this travel here with the Six of Swords, as well as with the Knight of Wands. So something that's pushed you off your perch, that's moving you forward into brighter ideas. The Lovers. Oh, I just got this. Okay, this isn't for real, but maybe. Imagine if you found out that you were related, like really closely related to your twin flame. And it's like, oh my goodness, you know, they represented you and mirrored you so much, and there was like a physical likeness, and then you find out through your ancestry they're like your third cousin or something, a bit closer than sixth cousin. Sorry if that all of a sudden like really did, but it was just like thinking of that. Oh, when the Lovers appear. Okay, no, seriously. Speaking of this, going away from this toxic vile energies of whatever it has been, okay? Shifting your thoughts into better aspects, these two travelling together, and then the Knight of Wands and the Lovers here. They are on green land. They are being blessed by the angel. The sun sheds light upon the pair. They are of the masculine and feminine energy. They bear significance of the fruits of life. Let's see why this Lovers card has appeared in this feeling of family. I'm getting a sense of feeling family. Coming from there could be like, you know, coming from a foreign land, you could look at it as in, if you're looking at this for your person, perhaps family did not necessarily accept your significant other, because you may have come from, see, look at how she's quite, got sort of like an Arabic type Indian. The Indian, which would have been exotic, the exotic energies there, very much so in this time period of the vintage wisdom. So there could be an acceptance, or it could be like, we love each other no matter what. Our family is trying to, you know, tear it, because it could be two cultures or something, two different religions, outlook, but being able to, you know, say, no, I accept that this is my soulmate, this is my person, and to be able to feel given recognition, or doing what you will for the place of love. That's coming through. There's another one that's coming through too, where it's also recognizing who your person actually is. Let's see which. Oh, that's right. This is the Page of Swords. I forgot. Yeah, so that's that message that shows some clarity. I do feel like it's taking away the fog, the clouds, the cloudiness, and bringing some sunshine in, some light on the matter there. Information. It's strong, it's not weak. It's got a strength about it, and the energy is coming in to maturity. It's about to mature. So if we look at the fermentation process, fermenting process of the alchemy and the alchemists and stuff that and see how it's been able to then come into a place where it is about to be ready, reach that point, the boiling point, not the boiling point of eruption, but the place where it's ready, mature. Oh, shivers. Why have we got the Five of Swords? Again, there is cutting away from loose ends. Yeah, I'm getting the hanger-oners, the iggly pigglies, the ones that haven't shown the true sense of family, the friendships that may have been just mundane, idle, not solid. I mean, does that still exist in this world? Seriously, are there assholes still in this world? It's really hard for me to realise and understand that there is judgmental, egotistical assholes in life. Because, see, I'm not one of them, and I'm blessed where I have a realm of friends and stuff that and support networks and much love. I step and walk and operate in love, and seldom do I encounter this sort of energy. So for me as a reader, it's really hard to sort of like work out these conflicting things, that people do still actually treat others like shit. However, I am of the world. I do seek and gather data through my professional field of human, the human behaviour. So I do realise that there is, but it definitely does feel like, especially if we're coming up to the time of Christmas, it's making a decision like who you're wanting to be with for Christmas, maybe who you can't be with for Christmas. I do understand that there's many places that might not be able to come together during Christmas time, but there could be like pressures put on. But I feel like things will click into place. There's the Mariah Carey song coming through as all I want for you, all I want this Christmas is you. Which is like a repetitive sort of song for many, and Last Christmas I Gave You My Heart. There's so many messages that are just like springing around this. Oh, look, so this energy here, the sun, and then the moon, holy camole, masculine and feminine. And the high priestess, preparation and being ready, things that are taking. So it's like we're reclining into this sort of like backwards notion through the numerology, because we've got the sun, we've got the moon, we've got the lovers here with the tower. So the high priestess speaking, talking, showing showing signs that she is present, she is a part of the story as well. I'm getting the I'm getting the story of like the regards to where we worship the mother, the sacred mother, right, that gives birth. So Isis to Horus, Mary to Jesus. But then we have these feminine identities that can be misrepresented in the scrolls, and when they're found from the Dead Sea Scrolls, the information, so to speak, of the story of Jesus and Mary Magdalene being companions, and companions meant husband and wife. So there is quite a story happening of the two becoming aligned together with the uprising of the sun, the recognizing of the seeds of self, the wildness that will continue to blossom out into a much higher, vibrant energy of illumination. Again here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we've got the stars, and the stars here with the charts, the astrology, the working here with the moon. So the intuition, the nice, beautiful intuition, and maybe something that's very fresh because it hasn't. So like, okay, so say if we look at the lobster, crayfish, whatever you call it, you look at that when I gave the reference to boiling, the boiling point, the water, and then like, I don't like it myself putting a fresh crayfish into the boiling water. However, I know that that seems to be how many people do cook a freshwater cray, putting it into the boiling water. So when that water's ready to be able to then place it in, so then you can go through the next alchemist stage into the illumination of the vibrancy of the light, the sun. And it's going into the soul core existence, going back right into, like, if you want to look at the ancestors of Ra, the family of Ra. And of course, if you know the story of Isis, how she tricked Ra with the snake, okay? So she asked him, I'm just trying to remember it, please. She asked what his true name was, and no one knew Ra's true name, and she was able to have him bit by a snake, and for her to be able to help heal and take this venom away, then he had to, it was like a blackmail. She held him to like a blackmail to find out his name, okay? Now, we don't want to like have that sort of like blackmail type thing. We want things to be given and shown to us in the divine time. If we're meant to know, if we're meant to know. Yet there is also a thing of going and researching and looking to discover. And this could be finding out like the family secret or whatever it could be, or making sure that, you know, maybe there's some people in your family that could be a bit judgmental and a bit controlling, and a bit tight-knit, and don't, you know, in a sort of like not really open to a different kind coming into the family. However, I do feel that there's a choice, but the choice is it's been pondered, but it's like you're pushed at that moment of like despair or something that is like, nah, this is it, it's now or never, because you're going to go through this next process into your ascension, through into your awakening. Very, very cool sort of transformation. Okay, let's get some oracle here from the Queen of the Moon. I always feel that this is the goddess of the moon. The Queen. Can I have one, please, Spirit? Not one heap, just one. Keep an eye on the time. Oh, okay, ask a question. Sorry. What is it about this tower moment? Let's go right into, let's have a little bit of clarity of this tower moment, and then we'll get one for the lovers and then one for this bottom row here, please, Spirit. Wisdom, okay, right, there we go. Being given that knowledge, receiving this wisdom. Look at that, finding out information. She's standing on a stack of books. So it's not always out there that you get the downloads from Source and Spirit. It's not like the clairvoyancy or totally being given that psychic ability of, oh, I've just been told by Source. You get directed by source. Spirit will direct you to, like, you know, meet the right people that you need to find out information. And there's that synchronicity, that serendipity moments where you stumble across something and you think, oh, I just seen a book, I'll pick that book up, and all of a sudden it presents to you something, and then something else, something else, something else. You get what I mean? So this offering of wisdom that's given that, oh my gosh, what the heck type thing. Okay. And then the Lovers, please, Spirit. Will. The will. That is the will. Okay. So that is your motivation, your driving force is that Lovers card, is the two connecting into the one and only, so to speak, the person, your person that you want to be with, or you know who your person is. So therefore you maintain a sense of integrity because you just know. So it's like waiting. Fall into my heart, that's where you belong in my arms. Or someone left that song in a comment in a few videos back, and I always hear it when I'm not channeling, but when I'm channeling, it's like, waiting for a star to, that's where you belong in my arms, baby, yeah. Okay, I'm just feeling that that's a really strong thing, a part of your will through the cycles of like self-discovery, and also going into your self-care of love and compassion and being that loving presence, being in harmony, not in a toxic situation. Could even be like, you know, having to get away out of a relationship that you're stuck in and it's affecting family or something, okay? But it is a celebration. Okay, abundance. Oh, these ones didn't even turn over, that fell down on the ground, so that's great. So this is totally that pairing and partnership of bringing in your abundance. Look at that. The moon and the sun, masculine, feminine, about to receive the partnership of the two, the guidance, the blessing, the justice. Justice card hasn't come out, but with the way that these are working together, it feels a sense of justice to be able to come towards your abundance. And it could be in the journey of self, of being true to yourself in your natural form, being in the place where you're meant to be, where you're connected to the earth in whichever land you're in. Whether you're stuck in a certain place at this current time, then know that maybe you should really connect with the land around you and get to know more about its heritage even. Because there's a lot of value in knowing and understanding the place that you reside in, or the land that you walk on, and even where your ancestors have come from, where they arrived, where they went from to where they arrived. Nice, Spirit. Nice. And so then we can get one here with this Lovers information of like the person connection. So I feel like there's like 10 readings all in this. There's so many different, and I think it's too because it's like collective, so there's a lot going on, and there's a lot that's parallel, like parallel lives that are happening. Yeah, in your parallel, 22 is coming through significantly. But into that mastery of the next stages. But there's so much light on it. There's so much strength, and there's energy. There's energy and a pull, okay, for thy will. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. I love that. Look at that. It is safe. There's Cupid. Cupid isn't shooting the arrow, it's kissing her head. She's coming in on that horse. Look. Look at that. The mirroring. The mirroring. Protected by angels. The Page of Swords is there. The Page of Swords is there protecting. So that it is safe for you to love. So however this resonates with you, then allow it to speak. Okay, I send you all so much love. Take care. God bless. Namaste.